the modern Dallas Cowboys situation here? What's going to happen with the Dak? Do you think that they should pay Dak whatever it costs to bring him back? What do you think about the 2021 Cowboys?
Yeah, I think they should pay Dak. I think they'll bring him back, and I think Jerry understands what he had in Dak. I think Jerry is one of Dak's biggest fans. That's why it's mystifying, and everybody around here is scratching their head as to why he hasn't signed Dak to a long-term contract. But now you see what happened to Carson Wentz up in Philadelphia going to Indianapolis, and the big contract they gave him, and he didn't hold up to it. Look at Golf out in L.A. Gave him the big contract, and he didn't live up to it. And even Matthew Stafford up in Detroit, he got the big money and the long extended year contract, and he didn't have much success either. So maybe that's making Jerry a little gun shy, and that's in this situation. But hey, where do you go if you don't sign Dak? And if you let him go, and especially if you let him play under the franchise tag this season, and you don't sign him anywhere along the line to a long-term contract, Dak ain't going to be here after that. The man has a lot of pride, and he sees what's going on. He wants to be quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. It is a big deal, and he knows that. How many quarterbacks you see doing national TV commercials? I don't see Carson Wentz or Jared Goff doing commercials. Who do you see? Tom Brady, and maybe back in the day a little bit, Peyton Manning, of course, he's still doing them. But they're the quality guys that corporate America wants to associate with, and Jerry Jones is all about corporate America. So he wants to associate with Dak Prescott, and I think they'll find a way to work this out. But if he has to play the full season under that franchise tag, Jerry's really taking a risk in that case. In that case, he's taking a risk, not only with Dak as the quarterback of the Cowboys, but within the rest of that football team, because Dak has a tremendous influence in that locker room. He is the leader. He sets the pace, much like Roger Staubach set the pace for us. And then after that, Danny White, much like Troy Aikman set the pace for the guys of the 90s. They were the leaders. You emulated what they did. They worked out, you worked out. They ran extra routes, through extra routes. You were running the extra routes and stuff like that. So that's what Dak's real value is. He's a winner on the football field, of course. You look at his record, but his real value to the Dallas Cowboys, what he means to the rest of that football team and to that locker room. And Jerry understands that for sure.
Here we go, guys. Sunday. The aftermath of a horrible week. I can probably say that was the worst, one of the worst weeks I've ever experienced in my life. I think I can say that. I think I can say that. I'm trying to do something. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah. I think I can say that was the worst week one of the worst weeks I've ever lived in my life. It started Sunday evening, going into the night, with the weather and the snow and the ice and then it trickled over to the whole week, pretty much. It actually started Thursday. If you want to be technical about it, it started the Thursday because what happened in Fort Worth with, I think 6 or 7 people lost their lives because of that black ice. And it was just a pile up, 130 something car pile up on that freeway in Fort Worth. So it's just a tragic, one tragic after another. Last year it was COVID. This year it was the winter storms coming through the southern states, mid-south. It's melted. It got up to 65 today. So we're now back to normal. All the water restrictions are gone. we got the water back. We got the lights back 100% around Thursday. I want to say Thursday evening, because they were doing a rotational light thing. Like Monday was the worst day. Monday, the power was out pretty much the whole day. It was out the whole day, off and on, but it was off more than it was on. So we had 20 minutes. They were going like 20-minute increments, and it'd be on 20 minutes and be off for an hour or hour and a half or maybe 2 hours. Then it'll be back on for 20 minutes. So in that 20 minutes, we had to cook and get stuff prepared, and it was crazy way of living. And Monday was the worst day. Tuesday was a little bit better, and Wednesday was like Monday. And it was horrible. It was horrible. Online. I'm trying to let some people know I'm live. Hold on, guys, real quick. Two. Yeah, it was pretty bad, man. It was really, really bad. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. I know it's Sunday evening. Y'all probably getting ready for the work week. So let me shout out to everybody that's in here. John Jones, I appreciate you. What's up, big dog? Raphael. Thomas Garrett, what's up? Old school, what's going on, man? DeLawrence Harris, what's up? Eshan, what's going on, man? Long-time follower. Taco, what's up? Nathaniel, what's up? Philip Lamb, what's going on? Sticky Fingers, what's up, big dog? Let's see what you got, man. Show hope Dak. Yeah, I hope we keep. I'm gonna get there. I hope we keep Dak too. Cleveland Brown, what's up, 1980? What you got, man? 1980. If Jerry doesn't sign Dak and he goes to another team, should we support the team Dak that Dak goes to, Jerry? That's up to you. That's a tough question to answer. That's up to you. If you're that much of a Dak supporter, you're going to look after him. If Dak happens to leave, Dak is not going to sign that franchise tag. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that now. I made a video some time ago, a couple of weeks ago, before all the storms and all that shit. I went live and I said that Dak was signed before the 9th. I'm still kind of hoping that. I'm still kind of hoping they come to some kind of agreement before the 9th. There's still a chance that could happen. But now it's kind of like, I don't know yet. So, I don't mind being wrong, but I would hate to be, I would hate for the Dallas Cowboys not to sign this guy. But I'll get there. Raphael Snow has snow thawed. Yeah, it's melted. It's melted 100% now. Thomas Garrett and melting Nash. Oh, that's right. You're in Nashville. I forgot about that. Quickly. Yeah, that's good. That's good, man. It seemed like y'all didn't have it as bad as we did. It was horrible here. It was horrible. Let's see. Yes, sir. I'm in Austin. A lot of us still without running water. Crazy. It's like one thing after another, one thing after another. I'm in Frisco. That's right, Eshan. You in Frisco. Let's see. I'm in Frisco. It's crazy though. Yesterday I shoveled some ice. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Really, really crazy. But I'm glad everybody's doing good as well as myself. John said it was the worst week. Yeah, without water, lights. I was so worried about her. Yeah, God, lights. Yeah, man. Yeah, it was bad, man. It was bad. What's up, big dog? I'm really ready to get back. Yeah, I'm actually ready to get back to work. That's how bad it was, man. Because you stuck in the house, you can't do nothing, man. You can't do nothing at all. Your livelihood, everything about your livelihood is taken away from you. All you kind of have is each other, your immediate household, and it's sad, man. It's really, really sad. Let's see what else we got here. Sit out the season. That's a good question. That's a very good question. Dak is not that type of guy, but I'm old school, and there's an old saying that said you can only kick a dog so many times before they bite you back. You see a stray dog walking up down the street, he's scared of you at the beginning. You scare him off, and then you get to kicking them and all that stuff, and they're like, okay, I get the message. Then you get to kicking them some more. That dog gonna eventually bite you back. Dak Prescott, he's developed a lot of pride now. He's done so much for this organization, not just the team on the football field, but this organization in a whole, and actually injuring himself for this organization. Yeah, you can feel the air sucked out of the life of Texas. I mean, I almost said Texas Stadium, of AT&T Stadium, Cowboy Stadium, when Dak went down. Everybody was like, "Oh shit." I mean, if you were standing up, it probably made your ass sit down, like seriously. And we knew that was it for that season. We knew it was it. Some of us probably thought we wasn't going to see Dak again, period, because Dak has sacrificed himself for this team, and he was playing on a franchise tag when he got hurt. So I don't think he's going to do that again. I doubt if he sits out, but I do see, I hate to say this, knock on wood, hopefully it don't happen, but I do see Dak saying, you know what, if y'all stick me on a franchise tag again, I will go to somebody else that will value and appreciate my work. Just like at your job. Just like at your job. And I've worked for companies and jobs and stuff like that don't appreciate your work. They don't care about nothing but the business. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about your family. Just put your job in the place of the Dallas Cowboys. That's how you do that. Just say you was going to work every day for years. You on time. You only time you called in if it was an emergency, or you got hurt or sick or whatever, something natural like that. But you put your heart and soul and your time and effort and safety during the pandemic, getting up, going to work every day, talking to people, interacting with people, yada, yada, yada. And you don't get appreciated for it. You get what I'm saying? You're like, damn, that's kind of messed up. You feel lost. You feel like you're just out there, twinkling your thumb or your fingers or whatever, man. It don't add up. It doesn't figure. You feel unappreciated. You're like, what am I doing this for? How long am I going to put myself through this? That's where Dak probably is now. It's like a job, even though they're on TV, they're on the commercials. They look larger than life. They look like they can't be touched. They look like gods because they got all this money. They're normal people just like us. And the NFL is a job. They just happen to make way more money than we do, because they make money off endorsements. They make money online and off the logo. Their name alone is $. A lot of them, got big time contracts now, and they think they shit don't stink and all that stuff, man. So, but it's a regular job just like us. It's just at a higher magnitude. So imagine not getting appreciated. He probably feel like that right now. So I doubt it. I seriously doubt Dak is probably his agent. They're working right now. They're off the scenes. They're like, okay, they're working on their plan B right now without us even knowing anything about it. It ain't for us to know until it happens. So sorry, YouTubers out there that think you know every goddamn thing, because right now, as we speak, Dak Prescott and his agent, they're working on a plan B, maybe C, who knows? But because pretty soon, eventually, you got to start looking. When you're being done like that at work, when your job is mistreating you and shit, and you being mistreated or whatever at work, you feel like you're like, well, shit, I got to start looking out for myself then. That's just the way it goes. That's just the way it goes, man. And that's probably the way Dak feels right now. Dak is probably like, you know what, dog? Y'all don't appreciate. I don't sit there. I got hurt, man. I got hurt for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I put my health on the line for y'all, and y'all can't give me no contract. I've exceeded all expectations. There was nothing I can really do this year because hell, injuries were everywhere. Hell, I was a part of that. COVID-19. Then you had all our main pieces. The offensive line was hurt. Everybody was hurt and shit. Then, coaching staff was all over the place. We had a bad coaching staff on the defensive side of the ball. And, we had new quarterbacks coming in trying to figure out who's going to take my place and all that shit. And damn, dog, y'all can't, but it's sacrifice. That's why I put sacrifice on the end of that, because sacrifice goes a long way. Even in ownership, even in teamwork, co-work, whatever you do for a living, it's sacrifice. Even just living, what I had to go through what my family and I had to go through with this winter storm. We had to sacrifice. I had to drink bottled water, was running out of that. I had to use the bathroom. We had to use the bathroom in the sink or in paper, in plastic bags and shit like that. You get what I'm saying? And I felt it felt unsanitary. It felt like we were living like animals. We had candles and trying to get light at nighttime and stuff like that, man. And we had it was just the lowest point. It was just the lowest point that see, I wasn't born in the Western days. So I don't know. Everything about me is flip a switch. Turn a knob, turn on the oven. Flip a switch, turn on the lights. Push a button, turn on the microwave. Push a button, turn on the dishwasher. Push a button here, push a button there. Push a button to let up my garage. You get what I'm saying? That's the age I was born in. So I wasn't born in when there was before electricity. I don't know nothing about that. So yeah, we panicked because that's all we knew. All we knew was flip a switch. Because that's when we were born. You get what I'm saying? Now, if I'd have lived in the Western days and before electricity, and I knew how to go out and hunt and all that shit and build a fire and out of chopsticks and all that shit, then I'm like, oh, okay, we're good. But that ain't me. I'm a city boy through and through. Don't know nothing about it. Hell, don't want to know nothing about it. You get what I'm saying? Then have to tell your kids that when the power gonna come on? When the power? I don't know. And you're an adult and you have no power, no answers, nothing. You just have to sit and wait. So what the Dallas Cowboys are going through is my last concern. I mean, it's my concern. I want them to sign Dak. I want them to come to an agreement so there won't be no hard feelings anywhere. And I want to be this time next year looking at my team in the Super Bowl, maybe, or at least making it to the playoffs. And Dak gives us that best opportunity right now. There's nobody else. Everybody keeps saying rebuild, rebuild, rebuild. How long we gonna keep rebuilding? We've been rebuilding since '95. That was the last time we was in the championship game and won a Super Bowl. So that don't apply to us. So stop saying rebuild. Because that don't apply to Cowboys. Because they don't know how to do that. Rebuilding don't work with us. So I don't want to hear that anymore. Rebuilding does not work with Dallas Cowboys. Because if that was the case, if rebuilding was an option, we would have been to the Super Bowl right now, or we would have been a consistent threat in the playoffs since '95. You see what I'm saying? And this ain't about making money off of Cowboy stuff. This ain't about that. It's about sacrifice, man. Go ahead and sign this dude, man. He's our best option. So we say we don't sign Dak. We let him get away. We just say, fuck it, which probably they got so much. Each party has a lot of pride. See, pride will get you in trouble too. Pride has got a lot of people in fucking trouble. That word pride is real strong. It's stupid too. You can have so much pride to where you do some stupid shit. You worried about what your homeboy is talking about. Oh man, you a punk, all this stuff. You letting them pump your head up because you got too much pride to look like a punk in front of them. So you go and go do wrong or do something stupid to get yourself in trouble. That's what pride gets you. See, both parties got pride. See, it ain't about pride no more because you affecting the whole team. Like Drew Pearson just said. Drew Pearson just said it. If they let Dak go, it's going to affect the whole team. They've already built a chemistry with Dak Prescott. They're already here. Like Martin said on the show. We already here, man. Why would you want to bring another guy in? We've already wasted 25 years. We've already wasted that much time. How many more years you want to waste? Because if you get rid of Dak and you bring somebody else in, that's probably about 5 or 6 more years. You go. and Dak was so successful his rookie year because we already had that team. Romo had already, that was a Romo just add water team for Dak. They had already built that team around Romo. But that son of a gun couldn't stay healthy. The best ability is availability. He couldn't stay healthy. They signed him. He couldn't stay on the field, but they gave him his big contract. He ain't never been. Shit. How far has he been to the playoffs? First round? He ain't got no ring on his finger, but they gave him his money. But Dak, like, oh, well, we don't know. We gotta, we're working on it. Why? You didn't work on with Tommy? I mean, with Tony. You wasn't working as hard as with you. Just, oh, here you go. Blows my mind. Blows my mind on so many levels. But it's just too much pride going on. Somebody need to meet halfway. Just go ahead and meet halfway, man. Because you got teammates to think about. Everybody want these big time contracts. Everybody can't get paid. Yeah, they'd be starting from scratch. Exactly. Y'all remember that episode of Martin when he was at the DMV trying to get his license renewed or something? And they was like, man, you got to go back to scratch. And they was like, where is scratch? And they was like, wait, everybody wave it back there. Yeah. We're going to be once again starting from scratch. Now, I don't know how many of y'all like starting from scratch every season or every 4 years. Now, once again, let me say this. If you've won a Super Bowl, like Kansas City, they won a Super Bowl last year. They didn't win it this year. They let Tom Brady walk all over them. But if Kansas City say, you know what, we won a Super Bowl in 2020. We lost 2021. Let's regroup. Let's get some things. Let's move some coaches around. Let's move some players around so we can get back on track. Let's rebuild. See, they can do that. They can say that because they've been there and won. They've been there twice in a row, as a matter of fact. So they can rebuild. It's okay for them to do that because they've won. You get the difference? They've won a Super Bowl recently. You can't say that if your ass ain't been there since 95. You can't say that. Right now, you're just making the same videos every offseason. Your dumb ass is making the same goddamn videos every year. So now, is it really about the Cowboys or is it really about them views? Is it really about them views that you looking for? Because it's the same thing every year. I'm done with all that shit. I'm done with the possibilities of who can come to this team. I'm done with that because we haven't done nothing with that in years. I'm done with it. Now, shout out to all the YouTubers out there that are working hard and doing research and taking time out of their day to do that. But I'm done with all that because it haven't done nothing for us. And we don't know when it's going to do anything for us. You see what I'm saying? I'm all about show. I can make, if I had the time, if I didn't work, if I was rich, if I had the time, I can sit here every day. I can produce a video every single day and talk about what this guy can do, what that guy can do, what this guy can do. If I had that kind of time, but I got a life, I ain't got time to do that shit, man. I got a family, though. I can't be on here 24/7 trying to make a living off of YouTube. That ain't what it's all about. I don't care. I really don't care about this. This is just a venting type of thing to me now. Now, back in the day when I first started, oh yeah, I was trying to get my channel up, trying to do this, trying to do that, get my name out there, yada, yada, yada. Appreciate the support. Hey, thank God, God bless you, all that stuff. Going and doing interviews and film sessions and all that shit. You can go back and look. But through the years, I'm seeing the same results. I'm seeing the same results. It don't do me no good. I can be, instead of doing that, I can pull another load at my job and make extra $100, $200, you know. Because this ain't, you get what I'm saying? So it's just like, I used to do all that shit, man, but now it's just like, you know, now when it come time to the draft, I'll be like, okay, this guy looks good. I like this guy. I like how this guy looks, you know, whatever. But right now, we don't, there's nothing we can do. We don't know anything now. It's all, this is the I think season. What I call it, I think season. Everybody think they know every damn thing. Especially going through what I went through this past week. It really made me look at life totally different. Oh, man. It really brought me back. Well, I really wasn't on a high horse or anything, but it really made me think. Because when your lights is off, your water is off, and it's 13 below outside, and it's maybe 20, 29, maybe 30 in your house, and when you talking, you can see your breath inside your house. Oh, it makes you think, buddy. Yeah, it really, really makes you think. You have no control over nothing at all. Not at all. You realize how powerless you are. I couldn't even get on here like others, like the other YouTubers out there. I couldn't even get on here and run my mouth about what I think I know because my power wasn't on. Yeah. You realize how powerless you are. So that leads me to believe, just like with this Dak Prescott situation, every time I talk about something, it always means something at the end. A lot of you might think, oh, he's just running his mouth. Nah, bro, I'm old school, and that's how I was brought up. A lot of shit is an analogy of what I'm talking about. Because if you tell somebody how you feel, a lot of people don't know what the hell you're talking about. So you got to throw examples at them. So they be like, oh, shit, yeah, I get it now. But you got a lot of motherfuckers out there that don't like to hear the truth. So like, man, I ain't watching this shit. I ain't watching this. Okay, well, that's your loss. But just like the Cowboys, no matter how many film sessions you make, how many live streams you do, you have no control over what them rich folks gonna do. Because see, they rich, they good. They good. You know what Jerry Jones was doing when the power was out? Since everybody's such hardcore Cowboy fans, let me read this article real quick to bring y'all back down to speed real quick. What Jerry Jones was doing when the power was out. What he was concerned about. It says, as Texans freeze, Jerry Jones does what he always done. The power outage and gas shortages in Texas provided Jones and his company an opportunity to profit. And he took it. Yeah, Jerry Jones is doing what he has always done, trying to cash in. And he's damn good at it. He is a billionaire for a lot of reasons: business, luck, fearlessness, willingness to do things like jack up the price of natural gas at a time when people of Texas need it most. Yeah. Y'all want me to read that again? Yeah. Y'all want me to read that one more time? Because I will. To remind you what the biggest concern of rich folk. Yeah. Jerry Jones is doing what he always done, trying to cash in, and he's damn good at it. He's a billionaire for a lot of reasons. Business, luck, fearlessness, and the willingness to do things like jack up prices of natural gas at a time when Texans need it most. So when my family was shivering cold, my kids, all that stuff was shivering cold, no power, no water, he was coming up. So that's why I get on here. That's why I get on here, guys. You got to remember what you're in competition about. You got to remember what you're representing, what we're all representing. Yeah. So I got to keep, I'm the only one that'll do this. Nobody else will. Because they want to keep making money off the brand. They're not going to go too deep into it. Because they want to keep making money off of that right there. They scared to do that. See, I'm the Malcolm X of Dallas Cowboy YouTube. This is what we're supporting. I didn't see Jerry Jones. I was watching the news. Jerry Jones is a billionaire, right? I was watching the news. Of America's team, we support him even through thick and thin. I was watching the news, people going to do donations and had food trucks and stuff and all outside in the cold and with the mask on and, you know, getting the homeless off the street and all that stuff. I didn't see Jerry Jones not one time out there. Yeah. I didn't see nobody from the news stations out there. The sports news station. Yeah. It's all about them views, that money, and that attention. And see, you, without you even realizing it, you acting just like them. So that let me think a lot. And see, you can be real dangerous when you got time to think because you can sit back and analyze everything without no power, no lights, no interview. You can't look at the news. All is off the dome. Freestyle. Old school. You couldn't get on social media and talk shit. It was all off the dome. I had nothing to do but think. Like, Yeah. So this is for all the other Cowboy fans that's way out there that didn't have to go through what we went through on outside looking in. Those are things you got to look at. And I got to bring all that stuff up, man, because of the decisions that are being made or that are not being made to make our football team better on the football field. All that shit runs in together. People, oh, man, you're going too far, man. Nah, homie. That's where it starts. That's the root of the problem. And you got people on here, they shout out to who they want to shout out at. Yeah, I watch. I listen. I ain't stupid. I can read between the lines and between titles and shit off their YouTube channels and their videos. Yeah, I'm right here in the DFW. I was in it too. There's a couple of people that are Dallas Cowboy YouTubers that live up the damn road from me. Up the freeway. But people shout out to who they want to shout out to. Oh, I ain't cool with him, so I ain't gonna say nothing to him, man. Say, man, got to grow up, dog. And this is why half of the reason why Jerry Jones is the way he is and the decisions, the lack of, is because of us. Because we fight amongst each other. We can't have each other's back. That's why our team is fucked up. Because everybody's so worried about them views and them donations and, oh, look what I got, look what I'm doing. Yeah, I used to go live with a lot of different people. Things changed through the years. Egos. A lot of people's egos are larger than life. They think they shit don't stink, so they he ain't got enough subscribers to go live with me. Dog, we all singing the same fucking song. It's just like a church. You go to the church up the street, the choir is singing the same song. You go to the church on down the street, the choir is singing the same song. Maybe a little different, but the same song. You go to our big old church, big old fancy church. You got the little small churches on the outskirts of town, and you got big old Ibach or somebody, big old mega church. They singing the same song. It just looks better because it's in a big old mega church. It's the same song. Maybe a little different style, and that's fine. Everybody has their own style. But it's the same song. But people's egos, their egos are so far up their ass that they think what they saying may sound different because they want you to donate. They want your view. They want your money. So they can look like the shit. Yeah, that's me. Yeah. Say, man, you singing the same fucking song, bro. I'm just being honest. Yeah. Same song. Your ass was freezing and cold just like me this past week. Your power was out just like mine. You was probably pissing and shitting in a plastic bag just like me. Same song, homie. But this is why we still got to wait as Cowboy fans, because look who we got leading the show. Look who we got leading the show. And when you're going through desperate times like that, that's another thing. When you're going through desperate times like that, it lets you really know who got your back. Yeah. It lets you really know who gonna open their door for you or to you, you and your family. Yeah. I was watching the news. I've been watching news all this whole time. That's all you could watch, just so you could see what was going on and whose power was out, when our power was going to go out again. And I was looking for, the Cowboys being out, because a lot of times when these things happen, the Cowboys would get up there and pass out water, and I didn't see that. I didn't see none of that. I may have missed it. I don't know, but I didn't see. As much as I was watching the news, I couldn't have missed it. But I didn't see none of that. See where I'm going? But we talking about contracts and stuff like that. Blows my mind. Blows my mind. This guy, man, I am still, look at this. Speaking of that, Friday morning, it was still ice on the ground. I barely got up to the store. I had to go buy, groceries, and this is when the power was on for good. And we had our water going and everything. And we still couldn't use the water because it was dirty because it had been sitting all them days. So we had water, but it was like a tease, like, you can't drink it. You got to boil it. We were under a boil water warning. So every time we used the water, we had to boil it, But I had to go to the store. Yeah. He said, Too Real said, Pearson and tell why. That's survival, man. That's survival. We had to piss in the sink and shit. And where I was going at, I had to go to the store and get so much cleaning. I had to get disinfected. I had to get bleach. I had to get arm and all kind of shit, man. Just to kind of pour down the sinks and stuff to get that smell, flushed out. Because there was no water to flush it out. Yeah. Hey, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. I hear you too, man. But yeah, that there was no water. So we're living like animals, pretty much. And wow. A lot of people still don't have power. A lot of people woke up to busted pipes because they had frozen. And once it, it expands or whatever, and then it gets warm, and then it, boom. Flood. You had water coming through light fixtures and shit and vents and stuff. Crazy. Crazy, man. But yeah, man. I wish the best for Dak. I'm really scared. That they're going to try to put him on a tag again. Don't know why. But just go ahead and sign him. Go ahead and sign him. Dak's a good quarterback. Sign him. What are we waiting? What are they waiting on? I mean, obviously, they're probably waiting. They're probably, Dallas Cowboys, they do stuff at the last minute to keep people talking about them, keep their name out there. And they're going to drag it on to the last minute. We got to March 9th or whatever to apply the franchise tag. But if they do that, then he's not going to take it. And Dak's going to go. I hate to say it. Knock on wood, it don't happen. But Dak's going to be like, you know what? If that's all I'm worth to y'all is a tag, I got to go, man. Because there are other teams out there that offer me money. They see my worth. And I got to go. I gotta go. So, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. But people calling me left and right. God dog it. But guys, man. I don't know what else to talk about. I've vented. I've talked about Dak and his contract. I've talked about so many different things. I've talked about sacrifice. I talked about what the Dallas Cowboys need to do to start sacrificing. I've ran my mouth. I've ran my mouth long enough, and I just don't know what to do anymore about it. They need to go ahead and sign him. If they don't sign him, it's going to get ugly. He's going to go somewhere else, and he's going to show out there. And it's just it's crazy, man. God, dog. But I'm gonna get out of here, man. I got family members calling me and crap. My wife trying to call me. My cousin I just got in contact with. for years. He just called me. I appreciate y'all joining me, man. Like I say, I probably hit a lot of things. I probably hit a lot of subjects that a lot of people don't agree with. I can't apologize for it. That's just me. I'm just a real person. I speak my mind. I'm not going to get on here and sugarcoat anything. I'm not trying to make friends and all that shit. And, it just is what it is. And I'm tired of the Cowboys. I'm always going to be a Cowboy fan. It's in my blood. It's in my DNA. I was born into it. I'll never stop being a fan. But I just need them to do better as people. I need them to look on the outside. I need them to think. I know you're rich. I know you're a billionaire. You got yours. It's all about you and your family. I get all that. But I need, in order for the Dallas Cowboys to do any better, to get to the playoffs, to get, to get on top, to the mountaintop, we've got to change some ways. Just like Texas. They said Texas electric supply was the size of Great Britain or something, of England or something like that. Why the hell did we run out of power? Why were millions of people out of power? No excuse. So we got to do better. So this won't keep happening. And see, with the Cowboys, it keeps happening year after year. We keep getting the same results, guys. If we're 7-9, 8-8, whatever, we make it to the wild card, make it to the division round, get knocked out. It's the same results. We're singing the same song every year. So the Dallas Cowboys need to figure out how to get better as people in order to. You got to crawl before you walk. And you got to remember, one thing you got to remember, whoever you are, if you're Jerry Jones, if you're Stephen Jones, if you're Dak Prescott, if you're Zeke, if you play for the Cowboys, if you work for a radio station that supports the Dallas Cowboys, if you're a longtime reporter or whatever for the Dallas Cowboys, if you're a fan and you got a YouTube channel and it's got 1 million subscribers, or if you're just a fan, just a diehard fan without a YouTube channel, and you come on everybody else's channel to speak your mind or whatever, you got to remember, most importantly, your shit stinks too. It stinks too. When you sit your ass down on that commode, regardless if it's a custom-made gold-plated commode or if it's a regular old middle-class commode, or if it's an outhouse in the back, if you stay in the sticks, it's going to smell the same like shit. And if something happened to you, God forbid, if something happened to you tomorrow, all this shit stays here. It don't go with you. So Jerry Jones, from the top all the way to the bottom and to the fan base, your shit stinks too. I don't give a damn how many subscribers you got. Make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, because you never know what the day is going to bring you. Holler back at your boy. I'm out.